What's going on, traders? John with Tactical Trading here with our weekly watch list. Please forgive the noise in the background. The kids are up putting up the Christmas tree. We've got a little company over, so I kind of wanted to get this thing done now so I could pay attention to the company, and didn't want to put this thing out at 10 or 11 o'clock tonight. So, please excuse if there's any noise in the background. I do apologize about that. This week's watch list, what we're going to be doing is going over quite a few stocks that we've already, in fact, every stock on this watch list is a stock that we've talked about in prior videos. Some of the same stocks that we've mentioned quite a few times are starting to heat up again, and these are ones I want you to watch this week. With the listed stocks mainly, we're going to start with one that we mentioned last week, and that's ADMP. These guys closed at 68.46 cents, so 0.6846, so just about 68.5 cents. They have a PDUFA on November 15th, or I believe it's tomorrow, so today or tomorrow. I don't know when they have it. I have to take a look at that for their opiate addiction drug. I think with any real good news, or if this thing gets approved, this stock can fly. So I would definitely keep a close eye on ADMP. And again, we talked about them last week. They didn't have the week I thought they would, but I do think this week we may get a push in the stock. So that's one I'm definitely watching. There's 4 other listed stocks that I've got a close eye on this week. All of them had a decent week this week. 3 of them had really good weeks. One I think is kind of lagging, and I think they're going to catch up. The one that I think is going to catch up with everybody, that's Water Resources, WWR. These guys closed at $4.20. I think usually they run with CBAT Energy, and with CBAT Energy they typically have been running together in unison when they've had their runs. And they've been lagging behind, so I think they're going to catch up a little bit. And at $4.20, I really like Water Resources. It's a very low float stock. It's in a real critical area as far as mining with this, with this electric vehicle sector, picking up a lot of steam. Everybody knows they need batteries, and Water Resources has the materials that are needed to put in these batteries. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on Water Resources, WWR. Another stock is CBAT Energy, like I said, which runs typically in unison with WWR. CBAT Energy had a huge week last week. They closed the week at $6.15, up significantly. This is CBAT. I do expect a little bit of a pullback. I wouldn't think this thing's going to pull back any further than that 545, 550 area. If it does, I would hold off and wait for it to reverse itself. But I do think we bounce off that 545, 550 area and continue the ascension. I think this thing continues. I really like CBAT Energy, so keep a close eye on it. 2 listed electric vehicle stocks that I'm watching this week are Solo and AYRO. SOLO, Electromechanica. They closed at $6.29, up significantly last week. I do think this continues, so I'm definitely watching Solo. One that I like almost as much as Solo is AYRO. They closed at $3.99. They had a really good Thursday and Friday, but lagged a little bit behind Solo. I think just as Water Resources may catch up with CBAT, I think AYRO might catch up a little bit to SOLO. So, and it's a little bit lower float than Solo. So the 4 listed stocks in the EV area are CBAT, SOLO, AYRO, and WWR. Now, the stocks that we have on the watch list are the same stocks that we had on our OTC Saturday video. We're really keeping an eye on basically the same batch of stocks. We're looking at Solar Integrated Roofing. Again, they closed at 5.5 cents on Friday. That's SIRC. Why I'm looking at them very closely, this week is because they may have an announcement that they are working with Tesla. I don't think this is verified as of yet. So if the word comes out and a press release pops, now, mind you, David Massey, the CEO, does have an interview with the Stock Market Podcast early in the week. So I do anticipate some news coming out about that. If that's the case, this stock can absolutely fly. So I would definitely keep my eye on SIRC. Another stock we're looking at is GWSO, Global Warming Solutions. This stock closed at 0.667, so just a shade over 66.5 cents. They were up 36% on Friday. We talked about them on the OTC Saturday video. I I do think this ascension continues for GWSO. We are looking at now the three main stocks that we're looking at are probably the same stocks we've been mentioning over the last week in the OTC land, and this is OPTEC International, OPTI. They closed on Friday at 0.0679 with the fact that they signed Dr. Drew and they have a lot of momentum rolling for them. They're a shade under that 8 cents area, which I think is absolutely pivotal and critical. If we can push to that 8 cent area and break that 8 cent area, we may get a monumental short squeeze and push this thing through the roof. So I definitely want you to keep an eye on OPTEC International, OPTI. DSGT, DSG Global, these guys closed at 16.95 cents, so 0.1695, a shade under 17 cents. On the 16th, which is tomorrow, they have their conference call. I do anticipate some pushing up and some run up into that conference call, and I do anticipate a really good conference call. And if we get that conference call, we find out if they have a partner to for Imperium Motors or a SPAC partner or anything like that for Imperium Motors, this thing can absolutely take off. But I do anticipate good news, so I'm definitely watching DSGT. The final stock we're watching is Tesoro Enterprises. We've been talking about that stock all week. TSNP. This stock closed a shade under a penny at 0.009. They were up about 90% on Friday. They've been up huge over the last week, but I think this run continues. Right now, this is my favorite stock in the stock market. I think this thing has absolute unlimited potential right now. Right now, even being up as much as they are, if I wasn't holding such a large position, I would buy more. That's just how confident I am that this thing is absolutely going to fly. We went into detail just yesterday on why I like the company and some of the developments that have been taking place with this company and their merger with Humble, the fact that they reduced their share count by 551 million shares, and the fact that on Tuesday they have news that one of their advisors, George Sharp, says is bigger than both of those. He's been, like I said, he's been a man of his word so far, so I'm going to take him at his word. I believe we are basically at the precipice of something really big here. I think this thing still has anywhere from 500 to 1,000% potential from where we're at now, and pending on the news, it could be even bigger than that. But like I said, with not knowing the news, I cannot. I can't tell either way. I have my suspicions of what I think it is. There's a lot of people doing a lot of good research on this, and they're coming up with a lot of good ideas. But as I said, if we don't know for sure, nothing concrete, it's you could speculate all you want until the news comes out. That's when we'll find out how good the news really is. But again, I would advise you to take a look at the OTC Saturday video to get a better idea about TSNP, Tesoro Enterprises, or also watch that. Please watch the video instead, but also take a look at Insider Financial's article on this. They did a really excellent job in breaking down this merger and what they think are the prospects for the future and everything going on with this company. Insider Financial did a terrific job on their article, so I want to give a shout out to Insider Financial. Great job on that article, guys. You guys do a great job. I like all the articles you have. In fact, they do have an article on OPTI as well too, on DSGT. So they have articles on all three of these companies. I do implore you to go take a look at their articles. They do terrific work. So that's all I got for you right now. As always, please like, please share, please subscribe. Any questions or comments, put them in the comment section below. And as always, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Can't wait for tomorrow. And most importantly, let's get that money.